Hi everybody, it's Dan from Ink Gaming. Welcome back to Rimworld. This is Season 1, Episode 31 of Escape from Prison Planet 314. We are playing version Beta 18 modded, and we are joining our convicts back, mostly sleeping the night away. So let's go ahead and get started. If you recall last episode, wow, some people are up pretty late. Goodness. What's going on? Must have gone to sleep early because you're looking pretty good. You're going to be tired. So Dennis is getting some cleaning done. But if you recall last episode, we had the unfortunate incident, yet pulled it off, where Angie got jumped at one of the borders of the map by a bunch of man-eating or mad boars or pigs. As you can see, they are now in our fridge, but there was nothing we could do. Angie just was too slow. They literally loaded right around Angie, and Angie went down. We were able to rescue Angie. I have paused briefly, and Angie looks like she's recovering without infection. Hopefully she continues to do so. And she looks like we're down to minor blood loss at this point. A lot of pain, but hopefully she'll make her way out of it. It's looking good. Luckily we got a good little hospital here. Unfortunately, what just happened was we had 4 people, no less than 4 people, just get hit by gut worms. You know, had gut worms before, long ago. Rost, I think, had it. It's a survivable disease. We just end up using medication because we end up treating people so that they can actually, A, they go through more food, and B, we use the medication so that they can get up on their feet and, you know, continue to be productive members. And so with 4, that's, you know, going to be, look, see, EG's in bed, getting some, but now he's up. Now, once you're treated, people will get up. And they'll work for a while, but then, you know, I forget what it is, 12, 16, 24 hours, whatever it is, they'll go back and need to be medicated again. Such is the life of gut worms. There are worse diseases. As soon as I say that, of course, Randy will probably launch another disease on us. So, Goblox is out, practicing on the dummy. We like that. Looks like we've got one of the dusters complete. We have completed some more research, which I'm fine with. Take a quick look. Is that the... Okay, so we have some other stuff queued up. And I'm just going to continue to research because most of this stuff we don't really plan to build. That said, I don't believe that there's any harm in us just, you know, almost researching the whole tree, if you will. So we'll continue to do that. So it looks like we'll do this. And you know what? I'm going to get the powered armor out of the way. Why not? That'd be pretty cool. And then I'll do the antimatter reactor. Sure, why not? It'll take forever. So that's great. Forever being relative. So if we finish the duster, does that mean we're all done? We are all done with the clothes we queued up. We never queued up any wool. So why don't I just say make wool cloth, go into details, you can reduce the radius. I mean, the wool should be stored in a storeroom at some point. So that's sufficient. And we will just say, hey, you know what? We can, we'll take it to the, well, we won't even take it to the best stockpile. We'll let someone else deal with it. Actually, but we're going to probably pick up more anyway. So, and then we're going to just do forever. That way, any wool will get turned into woven cloth. You know, something else to do. See, Sukihana's right on it already. EG is, we had a harvest of smokeweed up here, so we're making a whole bunch of, oh no, Jim's out firing. That's good. Good work. Okay. So everybody hopefully is doing good work. Goblox is cleaning. I'm gonna let Goblox do that for a little while. You know, we occasionally have him, and we're out of sculptures again because we sold them all to one of those ships that was flying overhead. Angie still healing. Okay, good. And we've got people who are definitely doing some hauling. We definitely have some stuff still outside. Okay. Huh. I think, see, this is what I was afraid of course. Dennis is asleep very early. I think that's probably okay for Dennis. You get up and join the productive members and then get back on bed. Oh, Suki just went to bed too. Got a couple people who are off. They may continue to get off, especially if they've got, what do you call it, gutworms. That may screw. I forget whether that makes you tired. I think EG was one of the people with it. Let's take a look. Pain and hunger rate. So it doesn't necessarily make you more tired. Okay, folks. So we cleared this room up. We could make a spare bed, but we have so many spare rooms, we'll just leave it open for now. We still have a lot of extra wood, of course. We did pick up more neutroamine to make more medicine, but we're going to be going through our herbals with these gutworms, so I'm not going to queue up anymore. Angie is fully healed. Oh my. You go, Angie. Looks like we have an alpaca pregnancy. Angie is looking perfect. Very nice. Well, that certainly ended up being okay. Got anything else really interesting? We're fine with components. You know, steel's enough for whatever we have to do, if we have to do it. Just kind of scrolling around. There was the ancient danger. We talked about maybe doing that for excitement, but we got a little excitement with the wild boars. A little chunk of, wow, okay. Oh my. Okay, so we got a cougar out here. Now, here's what I'm going to say about the cougar. We have, I mentioned in a different episode, we have been incredibly lucky with pretty much a lack of predators as far as animal types. You know, we've mostly had elephants and basically everything that's passive. You know, rhinos aren't happy. Sometimes easier when you try and tame them, that they go angry on you. But passive animals. What was that? Speaking of a mad animal, we have a mad alpaca who is located, okay, there. Looks like it's a single mad alpaca. I think we're probably going to be okay as long as people aren't outside. So, Angie's going back to cooking. This alpaca, but just kind of keep watch. So I got distracted about the cougar. Looks like we finally did get an aggressive predator. So honestly, I'm probably just gonna draft maybe 2 people, 3 people to be safe, and go take care of business. It would be really unfortunate for that cougar to get hungry. Although it would be, wow. This apparently is one smart alpaca. That's all I'm going to say. E.g., I need to draft you. You to come over here. Gobby Gob, why don't we take you to over here. And Dennis. Snow is taming. Angie is taming. Rasta, you know, research anytime. Let's go. Seriously? Whoa. Is someone outside? Is that what's going on? Suki look like Suki's going outside. Suki, I'm going to draft you too. This should kill the alpaca anyway. Okay. You know what? Let's take all of you. Okay, that's forbidden. And let's go deal with the cougar. Oh, cougar. Oh, cougar. It would be really funny if the cougar like attacked a rhino and the rhino beat the snot out of the cougar. But cougars are, you know, they're nasty business. So I wouldn't put it past. But he lined up. Okay, cougar down. Everybody's hungry. Why don't you haul this while you're here? You appreciate that. So, yeah, it just would have been a bummer if someone had been out hunting the cougar, or not hunting the cougar, but out doing something like trying to tame an elephant, and the cougar got hungry and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna eat you alive." So we took care of that. As you can see, we're very low on meat, but we do have actually quite a bit of meat if you count all these animals in here. I'm not even sure how we have 2 dead alpacas, but we do. I don't remember how we ended up with 2. It's a special kind of thing. Okay. So, you know, one of the things we were working on was crafting, as in getting some skill. Looks like we're up to 10. The major ones are Suki and Iji, and they both have a 10 through tailoring, so it's not bad. It's not like the construction skill, 17. Yeah, visitors. It's been a long time. And they have items to trade. That's been a really long time. Good, the butchering's going to happen. I actually meant to jump to them to check them out. Really? Seriously? 2 people? For our thriving secret convict base? Well, these look like tribals, but this doesn't sound like a tribal. Oh, no, maybe they just have a club. Yeah. Okay, so we have someone with a steel club. Pretty good in combat. Had that little scar. You know, doesn't like replacement parts. Can't do dumb labor. That's unfortunate. Can't fight fires. Can't do medicine. But is a careful shooter and is not, even though it has a club, these are all very nice. And enough passions here that they'd be helpful. Kind of old and does have this, not too painful gunshot wound. Over here, very healthy. Psychopath, optimist, psychically sensitive, and really just not a lot of passion or skill for anything. So really, wow, they're both armed with clubs. You guys, at age 17, huh? They must just not go juice. And a good sniper rifle. Oh. See, I feel like, with this in mind, well, the faction goodwill is not unbelievable. It's kind of hard to turn you down. Now that we really need someone else. I think we're just going to entertain you. Have a good time at the colony, guys. Enjoy yourself. You might have some things we can try and trade off on you. You won't have a whole lot of capacity nor a whole lot of silver, but, you know, he's playing poker by himself. Probably solitaire poker, if you've ever heard of that. If not, I'm making it up. Why don't you go talk to Priscilla, E.G.? Angie's out practicing her shooting. Okay, let's take a look here. So you will take our large marble sculpture. Why, thank you. And nobody's going to wear these cowboy hats again. I'm going to keep the good one. I was holding this other one for a long time, but you know. It's our nice little trip. Now we could get this sniper rifle. It's a good one. We have like a poor one. Sniper rifles fire so slow, but they could be really important in someone's accurate hands, especially as sort of a fight starter. We got a lot of silver. Oh no. Get rid of some of these, what I would say, keep the LMG, keep the pump shotgun just in case we get more people. Okay. And that means I have someone with the sniper rifle equipped, right? Or did we lose the other one, or did I sell it? I certainly do not see it. Oh wait, I can't do this anyway, look. Let's take the sculpture back. Give you the guns, or some of the guns. The guns can be tougher to sell. We'll do that. There. We'll take back our hat and the sculpture, but we'll still sell the guns. I was going to sell you some smoke leaf. Here, we'll sell you one. There you go. Okay, that sounds like a plan. You really don't have anything. Well, I'm going to take the sniper rifle. Sure, why not? Let's go back. Okay, so we're going to sell you the sniper rifle. That means we're going to sell you everything that we don't want. To that end, we're going to even give you the normal pants and the normal duster. Yep. In addition, we can give you all of the smoke leaf. Yeah. Now we're in the white, not red. I don't know, but we'll do that. Okay, that's good enough. Now, EG, where'd that sniper rifle go? Where's the other guy? Did he have it? It should have been you who had it. Oh, there it is, right there. I know you're trying to improve, but I want you to get this sniper rifle inside. And then we will take a look. So, light machine gun, assault rifle, bolt action rifle. Ooh, incendiary launcher. Okay, Snow's got the sniper rifle. 4-1. Now, maybe we'll put it on Angie. So we got a 12 shooting. So Snow's got a 9. Yep. I think we're going to have Angie use the sniper rifle, which is going to free a bolt action up. And we'll probably put the bolt action on Snow. That's probably what we'll do. Bolt action, you know, less range, but fires quicker. And we'll just leave one person with a sniper. We'll keep a spare sniper rifle in reserve. I think that'll be the plan. Looks like we've already convinced Gracie to help us haul stuff around. Gracie. Or visitor. Oh, Gracie's got her club out, hammering that dummy. Wham! It's kind of fun to see that. Again, I think I mentioned the dummies are entertainment devices as part of a mod. And, you know, the benefit is there are some skills that really get practiced in this game, you know, so because you just do so much of it, like cooking, you have to do it. Construction. I mean, we're not doing a whole lot of construction now, but we had to do lots of construction over the building of the colony, right? Walls, chairs, workstations, you name it. So those get practiced a lot. Crafting, right? Because you're crafting things you end up using again. And some of the other skills, you know. And so it's not that hard to get them up. Someone's got starvation. It's probably someone who... Snow, you can go ahead and get up. I wouldn't be surprised. The gut worm's going to cause that, and people are just trying to get their rest. So, real quick, Angie, snow needs treatment. Yeah, that's not a shock. I want you to go equip this. EG's dealing with the gut worms. EG's now needs the gut worms dealt with on him. Makes sense. Dennis is dealing with that. Luckily, treatment's fairly straightforward. We're going to then have Snow pick up this, wherever Snow was. So some skills are a lot more difficult to train. Now, you can be kind of cheesy, right, because we can give orders to anyone we want, but shooting, melee, yeah, as part of Rimworld, you're going to fight. There's no doubt about it. You're going to have to defend things. You might be hunting, those kinds of things. But the frequency is a lot less than sort of the crafting or the other things you do. And so it's a lot more difficult to get enough XP to raise those skills, even by minor amounts, let alone significantly. And so these dummies, while they're not the end-all be-all, they do help out. Because they allow people to, when they go for some entertainment, they might go over there. I could take out the other entertainment devices, and then that would almost force them to go over there. They're going to get to raise those skills that usually don't get raised as much, and that are also very important to survival. So the cheesy way, of course, is I could also force them to go like, hey, wow, you need some training. Let me force you to go over here with an order, and they will literally sit there all day shooting or beating on one of those dummies. I don't tend to do that. I don't have a huge issue with people if they wanted to do that. Most of the orders I give people tend to be, I need this stuff hauled, or I need this fixed or reset really urgently because otherwise we're going to be screwed kind of stuff. That's generally how I play, or the soft rule that I abide by. But it would be, I'd really like someday. I mean, maybe in the next series, maybe we can think about how it would be themed to do it. But I'd love to see someone get up to 18, 20 skill in shooting and see how freaking deadly they are. That'd be pretty incredible. Or melee too. I've seen a YouTuber. I know there's a mod that's like a medieval mod or something like that. But it doesn't mean there aren't missile weapons, but there are less. But I've also seen people play or start at least with, literally all melee. And that is a scary proposition, honestly. But it'll be exciting. So we actually have a idle colonist. It's almost nighttime anyway. And that's Goblox. That happens usually because Goblox is actually, if you look, he is our primary cleaner, or one of our primary cleaners. Dennis is as well. And so when those both two really get at it, the place gets clean. And unless there's farms getting ready to, be harvested or things like that, he is kind of out of luck unless we give him some art. And so we did talk about that, so we will queue up a couple more. Go. That'll give a, oh, now we got 3 idols. Now that's pretty shocking that Snow is idle. I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just Snow's really got high priorities. She also helps out with the gardening and stuff, and she'll hunt, but she is out there, or she's supposed to be out there, taming those elephants. And I haven't heard about any, we've got 4 flagged for taming, so it's a little surprising. She should literally be getting hay and going out there all the time. Looks like Goblox is doing a little art. That's fine. Check on our animals. Still haven't had any. We did get this additional training. So we could lock this other elephant into release. I find that really difficult. You saw me do it once with the rhino, and then the problem is you release, they're going to run right in front of you. I don't know how to avoid that. And if you're firing a gun, you're basically very likely going to tag them. So I don't know that I'm going to train them in that. So I'm going to let this elephant sort of roam again. We're still training this one on hauling, so we're keeping it in the local area. You know, that sounds good. We got 2 pregnant alpacas, so we're going to get more alpacas. So if someone's starving, e.g. because of gut worms, of course. Gem is up meditating. Congratulations, Gem. Yeah, starvation really makes people unhappy, and his rest is such that I think he could probably get up. Go eat a meal. Did you just see that? Gem ate a normal meal. Why does Gem feel the need? Terrible, huh, Gem? Sure why Gem feels the need to eat a normal meal. She's supposed to with this other mod. Oh, they had a great stay. Look at all that cobra flesh and lynx meat and some extra hay. But the order with this mod, this food mod, is with the default colonist policy, which she's supposed to eat. Well, I guess she'll eat any of them. The meal lavish, meal fine, meal simple. They're all equal in level. But it does care a lot about the thoughts given by the meal, and it should be in that order. Like lavish gives you better thoughts than meal fine. So I don't really understand that. Bizarre. The only reason, oh my goodness, what is going on? Why are we not making meals? What's, okay, now Jim's making meals. Okay. I hate when it gets down that low. It's like, what? What are you doing, Jem? You're out? Okay. So we did this last time as well. I don't know whether you guys remembered. So since we do have 2 stoves, we said screw it, and we queued up some fine meals on both. Sounds like gunfire somewhere, and I don't mean EG. I feel like I'm hearing gunfire somewhere else. Not you. Really don't know. But I sure would like you guys to make good. Now they're both making some meals. Okay, we have a refugee chased at Shantytown. That's our place. A core world jeweler named Alyssa Sparkles, ooh, Sparkles, Orchard calls you from nearby. She's being chased by the tribespeople from the Doas of the mountain. She begs for safety. Looks pretty young, 20 years old. We'll have to fight off tribespeople on her tail. She is incapable of incapable of cooking and plant work. Traits psychically sensitive, not lovely. Steadfast is fine. She's got a number of passions: major crafting, major melee, medicine, and artistic. Give us a fight, but then we'd have someone else that we don't really need and aren't savagely interested in. So we're going to go ahead and ignore the message. You can die. Die, die, die. Okay. So how are we on survival meals? We're up to 193. As soon as we get our like normal meal situation under control, we'll probably end up queuing up some more. I'd really like to see our meat situation once they carve these up, but see that when it happens. What's our power situation? So I will admit, I think when you click on something that is powered, say the cooler as an example, This is showing, I believe, how much power we're drawing and how much capacity, stored capacity we have. Think. But that seems to go down by quite a bit. So I'm not exactly sure ever how to read this. As silly as that sounds for the amount of time I put into this game. No, stored is actually, this is how much we have in our two batteries that are connected to the network. These two batteries are not connected to the network. They're connected to each other, but so the rate is, I'm still guessing this is probably the draw minus or plus, however you want to call it, the supply. So it would tell us, like, right now we're drawing heavily, or actually right now we're producing a lot and not using as much, because you got the two windmills going full tilt plus the geothermal, even though the solar panels are up. So we're actually, it's only if this was negative that we would be draining from the batteries. So right now we're producing a lot. You did see it almost got down to 0 at one point. Probably really just has to do with how much, because these produce a lot, potentially, if the wind is full, right? 3,000. These produce, they're producing 3,000 right now because probably the wind is full. These are producing none right now, and then this produces 3,600. Wow, so these are almost as good as a geothermal if the wind was going, but this is 3,000 all the time, no matter what. I never really evaluated that before. I just kind of always watched the batteries that were connected, and if we were draining, I'm like, okay, Dennis is out practicing throwing stones. If we were draining, I knew I probably wasn't producing enough power, and that kind of a thing. I still think with the variable rates of these, it can be tough to tell. Not that hard to maintain, but you may end up basically producing an overkill of power because you're trying to be cautious. That's what evens it out and keeps you safe is the batteries, because then you store power, and then even if you have to drain some while the things aren't running that well, that's what they're for. But the reason I'm talking about this and actually trying to evaluate it is A, so I can learn, B, so you can learn, and C, because I am still considering putting some more turrets up. Got an idle colonist again, Suki. You know what? How are we doing with clothing? We definitely got some. We got some normal cloth. Wool cloth. Why don't we do this? Let's make another shirt, make another pants. Let's make a parka and a duster. How's that sound? That'll give you something to do. Okay, so this will be our quote last harvest of wood. And I say that because if you recall, we marked these trees to be not sown again. Always turn them on again, but of course it'll take a while for the trees to grow. But we have so much wood, and after this harvest we'll have, that much more, that I'm sort of calling a temporary stop to it. Let's take a look at what a gun would do. We'll make it out of steel. Okay, that's not bad, right? Now, if I put a gun, I'm tempted to put a gun like up here, and I'll put some sandbags and stuff around it, but the reason why is that way if they come in over here, I'm firing at them. If they come in over here, I'm firing at them. But for the most part, and they're likely to come in one of those two, I have a field to fire around it. if that makes sense. I won't be firing generally directly at the gun. Let's do it. Just a little out of protection. We're going to need some power. We're going to actually use sandbags right here. That's fine. Power. So, interestingly enough, we've really not run power up here at all. So, what we'll do, excuse me, apologize. Well, we'll see whether we can connect to this. And what we're going to do, this is the one where we can just disconnect it if we have to. Put it like right here. Okay, it is nighttime again. Well, doing very, very well. As far as meals, do nearly as effective a job as I thought we were going to do, did we? Well, the truth is we're going through them. We have 4 people with gut worms, which makes people eat twice as much as they would. That's why. Some more to this queue. That's the brakes. Okay, we still are going. Okay, we're at fine speed, double speed. That's the way I like to play. It allows you to see things, allows me to see things. At some point in the interest, we might end up going triple speed. I find that, I don't know, you don't keep track at all. Just, things happen. Oh, we got a breakdown of a fridge. That's fine. Someone will go fix that. E.g. probably after he gets done admiring the statue. Did we get more medicine in? No, not really. We're still... This one's going to take a while. This one's in the middle of growth. Looks like E.G.'s fixing. Comfortable with that. Someone needs to get this power in eventually. Suki's working on that. EG's working on getting the turret in. We still have a little bit of power that needs doing. Looks like Suki's going to take care of that as well. Oh, Goblox is sick. Puking all over the workroom. That is not pleasant. I'm just going to check. So, Snow is still taming an elephant. Angie is still taming an elephant. You would think. A heat wave. Okay. It is raining and a heat wave. So, I believe we should be relatively okay. I have the coolers on all the time anyway. We've got coolers in the bedrooms. We've got a cooler in the workroom. We've got a cooler. This is for the entertainment and dining room. It's a large space, and it's not going to keep it cool, but it should keep it relatively. And then we've got a cooler trying to cool, this is a huge space, but the research, medical beds, and the what we call the original or spare rooms. We don't have a cooler in the kitchen, but it naturally gets a little bit cooler just because it's near the fridge. So all of that should be fine. It will be hot out, and people will, be cranky. But that should be. I think we shouldn't have anything additional we really need to do, I believe, to deal with the heat wave. It can be very annoying and much more limiting early on when you're first setting up, and you don't have the power, you don't have um, the rooms, the metal to really be able to handle it. But here we should be fine. So it looks like we're getting through these clothes. That's fine. Looks like the vomit got cleaned up. So I was complaining about them not having tamed anything. I mean, she's got a 12. And Snow's got 14. They should have tamed, at least in my mind, they should have tamed. Goblock's fine, you're taking another break. We're going to have you do a couple more sculptures. Every time you take a break, we're going to give you more sculptures to do. That's how we roll. How are we doing on Gutworm? It's probably still there. We just got it this episode, so yep. Doesn't shock me, I guess. Anything interesting? The machining table we might be interested in? Of course, interested, but like we could start making some advanced helmets. They take plasteel and steel. They are better than normal helmets. We also still have a number of people wearing Dead Man's vests. So that's a sort of a negative mood modifier, but I think we have enough positive mood modifiers counteracting that I'm not, too dramatically concerned. Looks like it's getting late. Most folks are going to be headed to bed soon. Rasta, you want to go to bed? Or are you going to research all night? Your call. I'm okay either way. Angie's coming in. All the animals are coming home. I don't know whether there's any real benefit except that you'll know where they sleep when you put down the sleeping spots. I mean, they'll just fall asleep wherever. So, don't think it makes them more cranky. I don't think it. Oh, no, 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 no. Elephant 3 is out near the tornado. The tornado looks like it's headed directly to the base. It looks like, oh, this is just mean. Mean. Stay away from me. Mean. No, no. No. Oh, a prosthesis trader. We really haven't gotten into that. That might be fun to do a playthrough where we're all about, replacing our human parts, being part of the. So we had a battery breakdown. I really want this tornado to go away. Okay, we got lucky. Really lucky. And we are actually, it's like the morning. People are just about to get up. But just so we stay with our traditional trend, we do have someone up. We're going to call it an episode here. And we're going to take a look at the trader in the next episode. Get that battery fixed and continue on our journey. So hopefully you had fun. And I just want to say thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time.